Hey, what's up and welcome back. We're on race number 6 of the F1 Manager career. We're going to Barcelona for this race. Remember, we got points in Miami with Sebastian Vettel and we're hoping to keep that on. Sebastian picked up a development point in Miami, so we'll use it to upgrade his braking. No points for Lance Stroll, I'm afraid. Not surprised, to be honest. We do have a bit of a hatred towards Lance Stroll. Can't be lasting too long. 5 engineers on the chassis and underfloor development. 10 days until then. We did scout Lando Norris because I just thought about replacing Sebastian, but 18 million buyout fee and 9.9 million pound contracts. The buyout fee is worrying at 18 million, so I think we'll leave that for definite. But on the plus side, we did scout Oscar Piastri, which is completed, but I'm just looking now what other drivers, main drivers we could sign. It's either Vettel or Stroll that have got to go. Ocon, will scout him. He's up for negotiation. Gasly's also up for negotiation, so we'll have a quick look at him. 30 days scout on both. And there's Piastri, 420k salary and only 132k buyout fee, 75 rated, youngster as well, 21 years old. And if we compare him to Lance Stroll, I mean, yeah, he is a lot behind, but he's got some way to come on. But that's not what I'm thinking about. Let's get him in that reserve driver role, and he'll take over, I think, from Sebastian Vettel. That's the sight that I've got in my head. 5-year reserve driver role, 500k salary is accepted. It's going to cost us some money to bin off Nico Hulkenburg, 3.9 mil. But I think a long-term investment, this is worth it. So welcome to the team to Oscar Piastri. So race preview and race prep to do for Spain, and you know how it goes by now. We've been watching. We don't do any performance targets. We don't trust this team enough. It's not great. We've got a second side pod manufactured, so that can go on Lance Stroll's car now as well. And then it just got me thinking about bringing Oscar Piastri into the team. We want our weekly driver experience gain to be as high as possible to help him out. So just upgraded the race simulator for our drivers and give our team bosses some upgrade to their experience as we go to Barcelona.
Up the heat over Barcelona. The first Grand Prix held here was won by Nigel Mansell after a wheel-to-wheel battle with Ayrton Senna. But who will follow in his footsteps this weekend?
So another funny thing that happened in practice 1 when we had Oscar in the car is he had a lock-up and a bit of a crash. Then that penalty is transferred to Lance Stroll's car, which is quite interesting. As we look at Q1 here, as Sebastian comes around the corner to do his last flying lap, can he get out of Q1? Sets a time that puts him 13th in the standings. Will that be good enough? We'll see. I don't think it will be. Lance Stroll coming around the second to last corner here, keeps it tight. He goes just over the apex, avoids the yellow bump. As he swings it round, crosses the line. Where will Lance finish? Oh, Lance is definitely out at 16th. Now, I'm not sure if Vettel keeps it. He doesn't. Vettel goes out as well. So Vettel 17th, Lance 18th, both out in Q1.
Here we are, folks. We're back for another day of scintillating F1 action. It's race day.
Aston Martin were on target for qualifying. Now it's up to them to defy expectations for the race itself.
Okay, so just getting Lance Stroll's strategy set up there. We're going to go 2-stop on Sebastian Vettel, quite aggressive during the race. And then Lance, still aggressive, but with the 1-stop. Difference is we're using 2 soft tyre runs with Sebastian.
Quite a few clouds overhead as we look at the lineup on the grid. And there's Sebastian Vettel. They'll be starting the race from the bottom half of the grid, so there's a fair bit of ground to make up. There's Lance Stroll, down the grid. With their starting position in the back 10, they'll have their work cut out for them. The race start is mere seconds away. One of the oldest races on the Formula One calendar. This is the Spanish Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
So we've got both cars on aggressive tyre strategy overtake mode put on for this first 1 or 2 laps until we get to 50%-ish on the battery. Vettel already losing the position there to Alex Albon and the Williams. The pack just seemed to get a bit weird there when it comes to the Alpines. Sebastian retakes that place back off Albon nice and easy. Lewis Hamilton down the grid there.
Good job, that's going to help you.
And Lance Stroll making a position on Latifi as well. Albon back at Vettel. He needs to use that overtake ERS on the next straight. Vettel not happy. Just needs to get on with it though.
Stay cool, man, you've done a good job.
And a new position just gained by Williams.
I mean, the race engineer telling Sebastian he's doing a good job, but he's on an aggressive soft tyre strategy, and the Williams is overtaking him and re-overtaking him every time he gets past him.
This is good.
Takes position back off Alex Albon there. Needs to close up
Like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
to Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes. Plenty of time to go. It is only lap 1, but not great signs when you're on an aggressive soft tyre strategy and you're battling Williams. This just shows where the true pace of the car is. Our points finish in Miami last race was just down to good luck and strategy. We're just starting to make a little bit of distance now from that Williams and Albon. That'll be because Lance Stroll's having a little tickle against him. Will he go down the inside? Stroll, we have something about him. He tries it. Albon's still in front. Yeah, doesn't make that position stick. Still got the inside line though. Stroll does get Albon there. Nicely done.
That's it.
But now can Lance keep it? Lance has to build some space between them cars now.
DRS is enabled. DRS is enabled.
So Sebastian with DRS will just change the ERS back now, using quite a significant amount of battery. But still aggressive on the tyres as we close up to Mick Schumacher here. Can we make a dive? We've given Sebastian the tools to make this overtake. Mick defends the inside line and Sebastian isn't aggressive enough.
We can take a look now. Taking a look again.
So eventually,
it involves Sebastian Vettel.
Sebastian does get more aggressive, and in doing so, look, he's just helping tow Lance Stroll along.
Gaining a position.
Working well as a team up to now.
Let's
Well, Hamilton's
take a
locked
closer
up,
look. Now watch this. Lewis
which
Hamilton
helps
involved.
us out. Oh, he's gone straight
there's
off.
the lock-up. That's the last thing they'll have wanted.
Hamilton went straight off there into the gravel. That helps us out. Look at this though, going 3 wide into this last corner. Hamilton in front. Now we edge in front. Yuki Tsunoda done a roadblock. Hamilton backed out of that there. We'll chase Yuki Tsunoda down on this straight. Can we make any time to him? As we look on front board of the camera. And we have done it. We've got in front of Yuki Tsunoda there. We're up to P14 with Sebastian.
Good job.
The issue here now is that Kevin Magnussen is 3.5 seconds in front. We're on lap 12 and Lewis Hamilton has had
Now, just
another
watch
spin.
the Mercedes here.
What's happened to Lewis Hamilton here? How on
0,
earth has he
0,
spun
0.
that?
The car's just gone.
So Lewis Hamilton's had 2 major incidents in this race so far. He's back in 17th, his teammate's up in 7th. Something fundamentally wrong with Lewis Hamilton's car this weekend. As Yuki Tsunoda gets past, he had the DRS. I assume he'll have used a bit of attack on the ERS as well.
P15.
We're on lap 22 now, 6.6 seconds behind Kevin Magnussen. Lewis Hamilton has started to find a bit of rhythm, finds up into 15th, battling Sebastian Vettel, his long-time rival, become friends now in the modern era. The difference is that Sebastian Vettel is driving what is essentially a green tractor. Lewis Hamilton has a Mercedes-powered car underneath him that has been working consistently ever so well for the last 8 years. This year, a bit difficult for the Mercedes teams, but Hamilton proving that they've still got it one over Aston Martin. So Sebastian comes into the pit lane on lap 23, going on to the medium tyre. Remember, this is the first of 2 stops for Sebastian. Where does he come out? Still in front of the Williams, and by a long shot as well.
Copy.
So Sebastian has major gearbox wear. How bad is it? Let's just double check what Lance has got going on. 21% gearbox and 45% engine wear. And damage to the underfloor.
It's a race position gain
Hamilton
for
overtakes
Mercedes.
Stroll. I wonder if
Let's
this
take a
is
look
where
at
the
replay.
damage to the underfloor has
Now
occurred.
watch
Let's
this.
have a look.
Lewis Hamilton involved in this
So
one.
Stroll runs wide. Oh yeah, it's definitely on that curb there. Definitely on that curb as Lance Stroll picks up underfloor, which means his downforce is going to be affected here. Is a Lance Stroll.
Made a mistake.
Oh, and Lance has spun it as well. Is Lance Stroll effectively out of this race now after he pits?
They've lost control and spun.
Minor damage on the underfloor. I don't need to see the replay of Lance Stroll spinning it. We're on lap 42. Both drivers have pitted now. Vettel finds himself 12 seconds behind Danny Ricciardo in the McLaren. Lance Stroll, I don't know what's happened to the Williams today. They are 37 seconds behind Lance Stroll. Incredible. Sebastian goes in for his second pit stop. Leclerc spins it.
Gearbox is getting
Stroll's got extreme gearbox issues. It is not going well. Let's check Sebastian's 18% on the gearbox. A major error there, not replacing the gearbox before this race.
And that's the lockup.
Stroll locks up
Here's
again.
the replay. So this was the Aston
What's
Martin.
happened here? And I'll tell
It's
you
a
what,
lockup.
he's lucky he's not
that
going into
could
the
be
back of
costly.
Sebastian there. That could have been two Aston Martins out of the race. Lance Stroll is on a thin line. That is 3 mistakes this race. Sebastian Vettel comes home to finish in
And Sainz
P15.
crosses the line
Lance Stroll will
first.
finish
He's
17th.
taken the win.
It's not good enough yet again. We lose our points run already.
Copy.
And Lance Stroll
Copy.
complain about the tyres.
How many laps am I going to get on these?
Sebastian Vettel with a comfortable result for his team here.
So we do a roundup of the race. Carlos Sainz wins the race with the fastest lap. Sergio Perez comes second for Red Bull, then Max Verstappen. We are P15 with Sebastian Vettel. Gained 2 places to be fair, and Lance Stroll did gain 3 places after his grid penalty, but it is no points for Aston Martin. Charles Leclerc at the top of the driver standings to Max Verstappen. Ferrari to Red Bull in the constructors. We're staying 7th on 6 points above Haas, McLaren and Williams. So we are overachieving. It doesn't seem good enough. I don't know how, but Lance Stroll gains a development point. 3 major mistakes in that race, which have cost him dear. Tune in next time for our next race. Let's hope it's better than this, what we've just done here. It's Monaco, so it's going to be tough. Cheers for watching.